Alrighty, we are live.
Hello.
Hello, world. Hello, Erica.
Hi. So good to be back after a long time.
I know it's been forever,
Uh-huh.
but it's all good. We'll get there slowly but surely.
Exactly.
Today we're gonna do a quick show. It's International Women's Month, so we want to shout out to all the women
Yes.
of the world, all of the mothers, the grandmothers, the aunties, the cousins, the little sisters, just
Yep.
everyone always doing their thing out there. Women rock. They run the world. We do so much. Um, and we don't always get our flowers. So we're gonna give ourselves our flowers
Mhm.
because we deserve it. But yeah, you wanted to talk about, women that have inspired us. So I will start with you. You can talk about who has inspired you for a couple minutes, and I'll do the
Okay.
same, and then we can just, show them some love.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So, hi everyone, and for me, Women's Month means so much to me because there's so many women who are close to me. I think we learn from the women who are in our surroundings, our mothers, our grandmothers, our sisters. That woman who you see as an example to you. So for me, I have obviously my mom. I'm sure 90% of us would say my mom is the biggest role model in my life. So my mom has been a great role model. I've learned so much from her, but there are other women out there that just don't know. They just don't know what they do to you. You can be there and you can represent so much to another woman. You just don't know that other women are out there looking at you. And one of these women is Leticia. She didn't know I was going to say this, but
Oh, flattered.
I really admire your strength. And I know you've been so busy all these months, and you've been working hard with your store and all the things you've got going around, and you have your little girl who at the same time you have to be there for her, you have to be a good role model to her and all that, and I know it's not easy. So I wanted to just shout out to you first, because I see it, and I just want you to know that there's women out there, there's little girls out there that look out to you and say, wow, okay, I can be strong like that, I can be a tough woman like that, I can do this. So I just wanted to say that. But there's a lot of women around me that I grew up around, like my grandmother, my mother, and my aunts, my cousins. I've got so many cousins, and I just see all these women and what they do, being a mother, being a wife, being the head of a household.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be a single mother, sometimes you have to be a mom and a dad at the same time.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say to all those women, I know sometimes it's really tough and it feels like you're giving up. Just keep
Mhm.
on, because there's always someone watching you and saying, "Hey, I want to do that. I can do that. She's teaching me how
Mhm.
to do that."
Yeah.
Um,
Oh wait, you have a dog? I didn't know you had a dog. Oh wow. Well, thank you for that. I didn't expect that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I think all of us women we appreciate that, and I feel just the same with you. I mean, you've always been so strong, so graceful, you know what I mean? Sometimes people look at other women's life or they look at other women's marriages and stuff and they're like, "Oh my gosh, they seem so perfect. He seemed, she seems so happy. She seems so this and that." And they don't know like the type of work that we actually put in to hold a household together, to keep the kids together, and to just run with it. So kudos to you being a great mother, a great wife, and just a great person. You know what I mean? That I'm giving you your flowers just like you gave me. I think it's very important to just be able, women are always put into a competitive situation, or we're always, quote unquote, supposed to compete with each other when that's always ridiculous. I always say my biggest competitor is right here. That's me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So when I look at other beautiful women as such as yourself, I'm just always like, you know what? This lady got 4 kids and she could do A, B, C, and D. I could do it too, but I can't do 4. I don't know. I'm not doing it. You were super sweet. I'm not that nice. But yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's very important to be able to give each other our flowers and really just motivate other women. I think the world is going into a better place where women are more appreciated and we are more seen now than ever. So it's very important to do that. I do want to shout out my grandma. I always talk about my mom. You know how much I love my mom. That's my boo. um but the other day I was thinking, I was like, I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for my grandmother. Just I wouldn't have been alive if it wasn't for her. We think about our moms. I just think about even your mom or your grandma, like back in the day, they didn't always have the liberty that we have, right? They didn't always have, for example, we were able to go to school, we were able to build careers, we were able to stand up on our own with or without a man, and thinking about my grandma when she made a decision to, when her and my grandfather split because Papa was a Rolling Stone. And she made a decision that saved not only her life, her granddaughter's life, and her children's life. When I was born, my grandma was like 33. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying?
Wow.
I'm about to be 32. I'll
Yeah.
be damned to be a grandma.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. I don't know how. I
Well,
don't know
I
how
don't
she
know
would
how
do
she
that.
did it. She had
Yeah.
5 kids. Unfortunately, she lost one. She has, she only had you had one only one boy and 4 girls. She lost the boy, unfortunately, and she's just been so strong her whole life. And she literally dedicated herself to just God and praying. Like she could have remarried, she could have, redid her life. God knows what would have happened, but she sacrificed herself to raise me. I was like her last born, and
Right.
her other 4 children who are my mom's, my aunts, and all that stuff. So just kudos to her. Let's kudos to our grandmas.
Yeah.
Kudos to grandmas back then, back in
For
the
sure.
1960s and 70s and 80s and whatever, because they had it a lot more harder than us. I feel like women
Mhm.
now, we have a voice now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We can voice ourselves, we can stand up and fight for ourselves. We have laws that protect us. I feel like women weren't always protected, especially back in the day. We were stomped upon, but now we're able to rock it out. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
We're able to be
Yeah.
like, okay, whatever, bye. I'm moving on. Let's go. Okay, next.
For sure, yeah, that's true. That's so true, and
Yeah.
that just shows you like how far women have come, through the
Mhm.
generations. And I don't think that we would be this strong if our grandmothers, our great grandmothers, weren't strong, because we actually learn through each generation and we get stronger. I only give my daughter more strength, and she will give her daughter more strength. So I guess, it's all thanks to, the past generations and
Yeah.
what they instilled in us, that strength that they gave us and the motivation they gave us to,
Right.
you know to
Yeah.
to tell us, you can do this. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's awesome. I definitely think we should have more of this conversation moving forward. Just talking more about the history of the woman. I always look back in, if I look at Congolese history, I look at Kimpanvita, her life and what she held down. I look at Simon Kimbangu's wife, how she held down the church when he was arrested for 30 years. And then when I look in American Black history, or Black American history, I look at Harriet Tubman. I look at all these other women, these powerhouses that we tend to forget about, right? So I want to get into
Exactly.
this conversation next time. We
Yeah.
have a short time today, but
Yeah.
we'll schedule something again soon,
Mhm.
and we'll put something together, and we will continue the conversations and hopefully bring other women to, just keep on this conversation.
Yes, exactly. And I just wanted to point out, even the strong men that we see have strong mothers behind them. So, you know,
Strong mothers, strong wives, strong
yes,
sisters behind them. Can't do
exactly.
without a woman, honey.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. So congratulations to all the women, and just keep on keeping on. Don't give up. We should all support each other and just be there for each other.
All
Mm-hmm.
right, guys. Well, that's
All
it
right.
from us today. We're gonna come back. We'll continue the conversation. We love you all, and you guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.